you've always thought that Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses was too complicated to play, I've got great news for you, it's not. In this lesson, I'll show you an easy acoustic version with simple chords and fun strumming patterns so you can finally play this classic hit. Welcome back to Relax Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin and this is Maggie May. Getting those YouTube treats. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Let's get started. So the first thing I want to say is the tuning of this song. If you're going to play along with the recording, you need to tune your guitar 1/2 step down to match the record. I am using a capo on the 3rd fret. You can play along with me that way. I'm just in standard tuning, capo on the 3rd fret. I'm doing that to better match my voice so I can sing and play this one. If you'd like to watch a video on capos, how to use them, and why they're good for this reason, you can check out this lesson next. We're going to do the intro/verse first, and we need 3 open chords for this one. A D. We need a C. And a G. You can also play this G as a 4-finger G if you like. And the strum pattern, we're going to use one strum pattern for a large part of this song, especially just the intro and verses. And you want to guess what it is?
Old Faithful.
We call it Old Faithful here at Relax and Learn Guitar because you can use this one in a lot of songs. And it's a down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. It gets kind of like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to do that on 2 Ds. 2 patterns on C. 2 patterns on G. And back to 2 patterns on D. And I cannot help but hear that is just ingrained in my brain. I'm not going to be covering the solos, the intro, and like the instrumental breaks in this song. This is much more of a kind of more relaxed, hence the name.
But you don't have to be Slash.
No, I am no Slash, and you don't have to be Slash. You can still play guitar and have a lot of fun with it. So this is much more of like the, I'm playing an acoustic. You can play this on the electric guitar, and it's going to sound fine. But it's much more of the kind of strumming beginner version of this song. All right, so we got that verse, and then the chorus. Well, let's play this verse through first. You can follow along with me here on the screen. I'll have the lyrics and the chords, and I'll kind of talk you through it, all right? So we'll do this intro chord progression a couple times, starting on that D, to C, G, and D. Into the verse, she's got a smile. And then to C, memories where G is fresh as the bright blue D. Stay on D. D, and then when I see her face, C 2 times in that special place, G twice, probably break down and D. If you like this lesson so far and you're getting some value out of it, we would really appreciate it if you would hit that like button. It helps other folks here on YouTube see the lesson too. All right, and that's the same for the second verse, is exactly the same. If you can get down those 3 chords in that chord progression, you're like probably 75% into this song. For the chorus, we're going to change it up a little bit. Also, you hear kind of just the electric guitar on that and just the power behind this song. We're going to add in another chord here for the chorus. We need an A chord. Play like this. Or this. I usually play this as a mini bar chord, barring strings 4, 3, and 2 on the 2nd fret with my index finger. And we're going to do 2 down strums on an A, 2 down strums on a C, and then 2 patterns on a D. And the timing on these down strums is a little funky. It's on the 1 and the and after 2. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I like to stop the strings in between those down strums. It just helps me count it and get the timing better. So you have follow here with the lyrics here on the screen. It's the whoa, sweet child of mine. Whoa, sweet love of mine. Like that. That gets you through the verse and the chorus. Be sure and click the link in the description below and pick up my free song lesson bundle. I've got 3 classic rock tunes for you that sound great on the guitar, tablature, chord charts, videos, tips, everything you need. Check out the link in the description below. And then we have, there's 2 different amazing solo parts in here, 2 different solos. I'm going to show you the chords that get played behind those solos. Solo part 1, we're going to add in an E minor chord. We already have a C in our repertoire. We're also going to need a B7. On this one, if you need to, you can just kind of not strum that high E. When changing to this chord, what I find the most challenging part is getting that pinky down on the first string, 2nd fret. So you could play it without playing that high E string. And an A minor chord. These chords all get one pattern, and it's the same pattern we used for the intro and the verse. So you have down, down, up, down, up. Okay? And it gets one pattern for each chord. So you have E minor to C to B7 to A minor. He does that 4 times. You can kind of hear the solo in your head while you're playing the chord progression. E minor, C, B7, A minor. So the second solo is going to be an E minor chord, again, a G, A, C, and D. So we have all those chords already. The pattern changes. We're going to do one pattern on the E minor, one pattern on the G, one pattern on the A, and then 2 down strums on C and 2 down strums on D. So you have G, A, C, C, D, D, E minor, G, A, down, 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 down. And this same chord progression is what we're going to be playing in the outro. And now for the outro. Probably my favorite part of this song. I love the chord progression here, and we're going to make it a little more rock and roll, especially here if you're playing an acoustic guitar. I mean, it's going to sound good on electric too, but we're going to use that same chord progression as the solo part 2 section. So that E minor, G, A, C, and D. We're gonna do that. I'll play it first, and then we'll talk about it. Like, try not to bob your head to that one, all right? So, a couple of things going on here. We are palm muting, so we're going to use the fat part of our hand here. We're going to rest it directly on the strings of our guitar, backed by the bridge. Just play around. Every guitar has a sweet spot, and you don't want to be too close, farther up, too close to the sound hole, because you're just going to get this kind of janky. Yeah, I call it janky. Further back, you want to kind of just play around with it, because you want to get this kind of a tone. You want the chords to ring out, but you don't want to, or you want the chords to sound out but not ring out. So doing eighth notes, so we're just doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just all down strums. The action is not this. The action is all in your wrist. You're basically resting your hand here, so your movement's going to come like this. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G and 2 and 3 and 4 and A and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So it's a little funky at the end because that C and that D share the measure. So they get 4 muted down strums each. And then we break into kind of the second part of this outro where things kind of open up. The chord progression does not change, but the way we're playing it will, because it moves to this. Which is the same as solo part 2. You have E minor with the 1 strum pattern, G with 1 strum pattern, A with 1 strum pattern, 2 C, 2 D, and you really want to let it all ring out at this point. This is where I'm no Axel, but enjoy playing and singing this part of the song, well, the whole song, but really this one. And the last change in the song is the very last line. The G gets 1 pattern, and then when he's doing that run with child, we're going to just do 1 down strum on an A, a C, D, and then E minor. Up next, check out this lesson. Remember that Vicky and Maggie and I appreciate your views, your support here on YouTube. It's a blast. We'll see you for the next lesson. Remember, you're never too old to learn.
Take care.